Welcome to the over success of the, my first experiment of the tactical katana machete review. And I actually do appreciate everyone saw my video. So I decided to mention this piece. And this is typically, bottom of the barrel, scraping the bottom of the barrel. Why I've said I'm basically scraping the bottom of the barrel. Well, for one, I only have like one good example of what it is. This is typically like the everyday mall ninja stuff. Like, practically ugly, crappy. I mean, I think the Cyclone Ninja Star thing, yeah, that's like mall ninja garbage. But I'm showing you the classic version of the mall ninja garbage. Or as I say it, the mall katana. Or the katana that you can find at the local mall. Yep, I'm getting started with this bad boy. Now, don't worry. It's not going to go well. For a good reason. So, I think this is more for people who can't afford to get, good swords out there, or who thinks that knives, rather good knives are too expensive. So you're basically resorted to buying something like this. Yes, crap out there. And what's so bad about it? I think at antique stores or even at your local swap meets, they're gonna basically bump the price out there for like calling it like $300 or something absolutely absurd to that mentality. So, yeah. So, there's actually lots of varieties out there. Varieties on rather color schemes. This one I have an example is a green. One I have is like the brown, the brown one with the tan on there. I also have a red one, a pretty normal red one. And as you could definitely know from there. So I also have is the Tanto ones, which they're a little small, like this size. I mean, like pretty small piece. I don't have it, but if I'll basically may show that to you, but it's gonna be used for something else better. Actually, replacing it for something better. So you got like the crappiest nylon thing. The pommel looks like it can basically be easy to pull that out. Oh yeah, that's not good. And well, the tang, let me just show you out there. The tang is rat tail. Not like those Pakistani knives that are so bad it's so good territory, but hilariously bad. You got fittings all over. The Suba looks like the firefighter symbol. I kid you not. It's the firefighter symbol. If you learn from it, this is not going back of like the whole scar looks like a timber shoe. Yeah, that kind of deal. Of course, you got basically the loop on there to basically put it on your belt, but you really gonna use this at all for it? The sword itself is 440 stainless steel. With the fakest line on the sword itself. Of course, you'll see the China on there. It's pretty embarrassing. There's no like US version where it's all red, white, and blue all over it. I guess there do exist of that. There's a little notch on that. little notch on that. And of course, as you could definitely know from commonly noticing by this has no pegs on them. Yeah, just like the actual deal would have the peg on there, but these would not. The handguard, the fittings. This is more likely for display purposes only. But I'm not really going to display this thing. Oh yeah, by the way, most of this stuff, except for the brown one, is actually from my cousin. So yeah, it's hilarious out there. But inside of there is basically a big old piece of plastic in there. I think I could. Maybe not. I know for a fact I had one that could do that. Oh, okay. Maybe it's this one. No, it's not. I have that one. That one I have is a little bent, and yeah, someone basically taped all over that. Yeah, that's this little damaged out there. Yeah, that's a big giant oof on that. Of course, trying to catch, and yes, this is kind of bit noticing out there is they can basically just. Oh wait, let me see. The scabbard or the suba, as it's called, basically have the metal piece on the thing, and yeah, that definitely is falling. That one's coming out too, which is even funnier. So yeah. So let's go test these swords, or test one sword, because I'm not going to destroy these for a good reason. Because I have one that's a great example in actually perfect condition. Let's start off with the bending to the cutting to basically sticking on wood, simply to stick on wood. So enjoy the video, enjoy it, enjoy basically the therapeutic moments out there, because for one, I'm actually gonna get rid of it, and two, I'm actually replacing it with something, I don't know, a little better than this or this. Something with 5160 spring steel pieces. Oh yeah, I'm about to do that. So, enjoy the clips. Enjoy it. Well, actually enjoy it. So, prepare for it. And then now this one's the Tanto version. Yeah, kind of had the same pretty small size as the stainless steel China fake Hammond. Of course, I don't. What's this? Not sure what that is. I can. Yeah, kind of strange look shape. It's also on the same side. What's that? I don't know. Is it actually looks like the trying to maybe try and look it upside down? Like maybe it's trying to look like a. You can see the light out there. Trying to look like maybe a beetle or a flower, or I could definitely think it might be like an Acme gas mask, the big old visored ones with the comically goofy like eyelids out there. So size comparison on this is basically almost 21 and a half inches, almost at 22. But without the scabbard, it's basically kind of been at the size of 18 inches. And pretty thin steel. It could definitely look like, oh my god, it actually, so it's a little bent out there, so yeah. And I could definitely know this is gonna fall apart. Now, let's go. Let's get on started. So the results out there, it's very embarrassing about it because, this thing here. And this is not like it could cut through the thing itself. I mean, that was... Here's the strike mark on the thing. It didn't even cut at all. This, on the other hand, it just exploded. I think it's because of I think it was my strength of the thing, which you could probably know the other two are basically kind of the same results. But on the most embarrassing degree, here's a bottle of all things. And here is maybe a couple strikes of all things. Like, there's a strike there. Again, it didn't even cut through the bottle, which you could probably... And that whole cap exploded. Which, oh no. So anyways, I can actually just replace it with another cap. You could probably see from that. And on the other hand, again, here's the strike. Here's that strike. Maybe a couple strikes, but again, even this is basically can't even cut through it. And again, oh no, a cap broke out. Oh no. But here's the juicy part. But upon actually like a couple hits from this, of all things, which it makes it even funnier. Well, this is what happens. Yeah. Kind of like, I could probably know for that. Well, the reason why this on the same scale as it is, could I actually tighten? I can tighten the thing, and yeah, I could tighten the thing, and it's basically still good. But, it's, I thought it would, like, break off or something, but as you could definitely know, yes, so this was pretty hard, becoming very harder to hit this thing, which you could probably know for that. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing about it. And you could probably know for it about, of all things. So I could basically pay a full set of this for, well, that's what I get. Well, actually, weird part about it, you could definitely know that this basically went inside of the Suba, or rather the fitting on the thing. You could probably know for that. Like, my older version, the one with the tan and everything, that whole thing broke off, so you could probably know for that. But again, you could probably know that this one's not really well because that whole thing went inside the thing. So I could pay $30 for something, for these three, the Wakasashi and the Tanto, or I could pay $30 on basically the Gerber Gator machete, or I can actually buy this guy for, and you know what's the embarrassing part about it? This one, like maybe $25. I paid $15 for the Cold Steel Kukri, like that kind of deal. And I can actually, maybe it can actually get like a good movie for $10, something like that. Maybe a couple of ramen noodles and maybe a DVD for $5 at the bargain, basically for pretty cheap for $5 bins. But as you could definitely know, and I am actually bringing my judgment towards this, I'm giving the Mall Katana, basically, you can all know for this, and an embarrassing 1 out of 10. It's going on par with the very much crappier knife that I got, which was the Hungry Hank, which you could probably know that was a pile of garbage. So, and yes, if you're gonna buy something, there are other sorts of knives you can get. The only thing you could probably know from this is the level of you get for what you paid for. That's the simplest question, the simplest answer you can get. So yeah, so that wraps up of the Mall Katana. I'm Artillboy, and I'm signing out. I'll see you guys next time.